have my son Luke here, and we are going to answer some questions that we asked ChatGPT to ask us about moving from Tennessee to New York City as a family of 5. So we are going to answer these questions. He's going to answer for himself, and I'm going to answer for me. And you guys are always so sweet and so kind to him, and he feels like he has a little bit of a platform too. So I feel like it's cool to get to hear his perspective on the move and how it has affected him. My other kids are at the park tanning right now. Why did your family decide to move from Tennessee to New York City? What is your perspective on that?
Because we had better opportunities here. Like Lennon would be a dancer, Cooper would be a filmmaker, and I'd be an artist.
Yep. And for creative opportunities for my whole family. So yeah, that's right. Okay.
What was the hardest part about leaving Tennessee, and what did you miss the most? I would say the hardest part is leaving friends. And what do I miss the most? I'd say going to Grandpapa's house and going to the pool every now and then, especially during the summer.
Grandma and Papa are Dusty's parents, so we miss them a lot. That's been hard for all of us to not have them in our everyday lives. We're very, very close to them, and I know she's going to watch this video, and we love you, Graham. For me was, leaving our friends and our family, 100%. It's just leaving our people, right? Mm-hmm. How did your kids react when you told them you were moving to New York City, and how are they adjusting now? Do you want to answer this one first?
Sure.
How did you react?
I was surprised. And I was speechless at the time. I was confused too.
Yeah, but you were also super excited, remember?
Yeah, I was super excited because it's one of my favorite cities.
Yeah, we had come here on vacation the year before, and we all fell in love with it, and we actually stayed in the neighborhood that we live in, so we knew that this was the place we wanted to live once we decided to move. How do you feel like you're adjusting now to living in the city?
I feel like everyone that doesn't live in New York City is like, oh my God, that's so crazy that you live there. But I feel like I've gotten used to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's a crazy city, but now it feels normal.
Yeah, that's a really... I always joke that Luke is a Brooklyn boy and like he was meant to be here, because I feel like out of all 3 of my children, Luke adjusted the quickest, and it was just like you immediately found your place with friends and everything. I think everyone has adjusted beautifully. I think there have been some ups and downs for sure in education, and just trying to figure out how, because things are so different here. And this winter was harder than the last winter, but we just weren't used to being...
And it was so long for some reason. It was longer than usual.
It was. Okay.
What has surprised you the most about living in New York City so far? You go first.
I'll go first? Okay. Let's see. Okay, for me, it would be, we knew it was going to be expensive to live here for sure, but it is way more expensive than I think anyone could realize until you live here. So, I think the expense of living here. What about you?
I would probably say how many people at some places, like in Brooklyn, there is a lot of people, but especially in Manhattan, like at Times Square, it just looks like a parade's going on the whole time. It feels like there's hundreds of thousands of people. It feels like
we don't love Times Square.
It's cool.
It's cool.
But all the people, there's too many. Too many.
Agreed. Yeah.
Got Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. They have Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay. What's your favorite thing about our neighborhood? But without saying our neighborhood, just because we don't want to share our neighborhood with the whole world.
Secret.
What's your favorite thing about the neighborhood, and what's one thing you wish was different? That's a good question.
I don't think I'd want really anything different.
Do you like it, this neighborhood?
And I also like it because first we have lots of friends that live around us. And I feel like it's just a good neighborhood because there's a lot of places near us too.
Yeah.
At a good restaurant. restaurants.
Yeah, great restaurants. I love our neighborhood. My favorite thing is that we live really close to the park and Prospect Park, which
We're a
is
block away.
yeah, which is the Central Park of Brooklyn, if you will, and it's beautiful, and we have access to a lot of outdoor space. And I just like the family feel of where we live. This last question. In our family, we talk very openly and very positively about people and their differences. And Luke is the coolest dude. He has autism. He rhythm with the tism. And we talk a lot about it. We've always been very open. I think some people, that diagnosis, especially back in the day, it was just like this like source of like, trying to figure out how to combat it. And with the state of the way that things are right now, I think it's so important to have positive conversations around the strengths of people with disabilities and neuro differences. And this is always something that's just been normal conversation in our household. And this is a question specifically for Luke as a person with autism living in a big city. And I love to hear Luke's perspective on how he thinks things are going and how he thinks things are different. So this one is for you, my dude. As someone with autism, how has your school experience in New York City been different compared to Tennessee? What's been better? What's been harder? Like, what is your overall perspective on?
I feel more accepted because also like at school, lots of people have like ADHD and stuff. I feel like the teachers are like really nice about it and help people that need help. I've gained lots of friends at school. I feel like I'm probably friends with most people in the grade.
Yeah.
And loving, I would say.
You're a very loving human being. You are. Those are all true.
I don't know how to say it. Accepting.
Yeah.
Maybe because like my friends have ADHD and some of them are like non-binary.
Yeah.
And different genders, and I feel like I accept that.
Yeah, you're the most accepting person I know, and I love that about you.
I'd say smart because I do got pretty good grades.
You have great grades.
I have like an interest of something. I try and learn everything about it and try and like learn not just everything about it, but like what it is and stuff.
You become an expert in the things you're interested in, don't you?
Especially Legos.
Yeah, Legos. What are some other things?
Drawing. I would say creating maybe.
Yeah, he's a cardboard artist, which is really like he's so good at it. He builds sculptures out of cardboard. What else? Manga.
Manga.
Yeah.
Anime in general.
Anime. Piano. You are incredible at piano.
Sometimes reading.
Yeah. You're great.
Thank you.
You're so good.